and it's uh, it's nice looking. At parties, you can whip out your life experience and really really talk a big game. Um, but just like shit that collects on a statue, if you have too much life experience, you're like what's that porn crack whore confessions? What's the one where they get crack whores and they fuck them? That's what you turn into. That's what happens when you go overboard. Everything in moderation, including wisdom and experience. Otherwise, you're just a fuckhole. Life boils you down into a fuckhole, and it's not because you're dumb or you made bad moves. It's just that's what happens when enough stuff happens to you. When you get to a high, it's not like World of Warcraft where you reach level 60 and you're a god and you get pussy all day. Because when you get a level 60 character in WoW, you get so much pussy that your dick is just red and chafed all the time. Like when when Blizzard resets the ladder and you make a Javazon and you get to level 91 the fastest and you get to level 99 the fastest, and just girls are just dropping their pants left and right to fuck you because they want to give you their babies, and they want you to fill them up. They want you to fill them up. You want to get filled up, but life you kind of get up to. Maybe this is just a guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm stupid, but I think you get up to like level 50, and then it's all downhill. And then, as you progress, as you gain skills, you just keep getting fucked. And like bums are fucking you in the mouth. Bums are coming in you. You become a bum cum dumpster. You become a bum cum bucket. You become cum. So yeah, what I was thinking was, I was thinking about like these girls and guys too, who go to nice colleges, a nice Boston college, a nice college in Boston. I think I should go to a college in Boston. These olive green colored colleges. I'll go to a place where there's a lot of olive green brick. Point me in that direction. I'll go to Wesleyan. I'll go to Wesleyan for a few years. Fuck it. I'm not paying for it. Um, and they have this sort of like you tend to find a lot of reverence for William S. Burroughs and Charles Bukowski and Hunter S. Thompson. And I'm not really familiar with those guys' writings. I know that I did see Naked Lunch, and I thought it was really good. That's William S. Burroughs. That's like they're based on a book by him or something. But all these guys have this kind of like this like Bob Dylan Bob Dylan 60s pop folk wisdom. It's it's based on Walt Whitman, who's another person that I haven't read anything by, but I get it. I get the point. And so there's all these people, these young people my age, people 22 years old to my age, people 21 years old to my age, walking around, and they think that they think that life is like a movie, and the intro to the movie goes like this. So you want wisdom, kid? Well, all right. I got one piece of wisdom for you. I got one piece of wisdom for you, kid. Life comes at you 150 miles an hour, smoking cigarettes, and it doesn't pull any punches. So when you're living, you live it, kid. That's the takeaway. That's what I get from what I can see of those authors. That's what I feel like. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. That's what I feel like the gist of all that stuff is. It's kind of like Catcher in the Rye, which I did read. I did read that book because it was, hey, it's a good book, and it's high school required reading. But it's like that, only less depressing, more optimistic, more throw it all against the wall and just do it because it feels good and you got no other choice. And so all these people are walking around and they think the whole point of life is, kid, let me give you one piece of advice. When you get to be my age, you count the days by the shots of Jim Beam you done. Riding your motorcycle. There's nothing like riding a British motorcycle as fast as you can, the wind in your hair. There's nothing like it. Kid, you know what? When you're living it, you're doing it. And that's what it's all about. I'm Bob Dylan. And first of all, side note, let me just point out that is a more advanced variant of stripper knowledge, stripper wisdom. 28-year-old stripper with a son named Jaden, her wisdom, which is a tattoo that is on her foot that says "Live, Laugh, Love," which is also something that I think Lil Wayne has said. So you pseudo intellectual people, young people with a lot of knit wool clothing, wool caps, a nice scarf. You got your iPod, you got an iPod case, you have your nice songs on your iPod. Just know that your wisdom is a more advanced version, different clothes version of Jade, the stripper, and her foot tattoo that says "Live, Laugh, Love." But what I was also thinking about, I think I talked about this before, but this is something that I talk about with Nick a lot, and that is that if you haven't had some sort of trauma in your life, you're probably a bad person, and I think that's you can't say that trauma always makes you into a good person, but all these people who have this kind of bubblegum carefree existence, even though it's dressed up in a J. Crew catalog, it's still bubblegum. All these people, the one common thread is that they have not had major life trauma. I might be wrong about that, I don't know. But that's kind of what I feel like. Because I was just looking at this guy on YouTube, on Facebook, this person that I kind of know who he is, but I'm not friends with him or anything. But he was a pole vaulter in high school, and he broke his back, and for the past 10 years he's been in a wheelchair. Handsome guy, kind of built like Charles Carroll, like a very lean but robust, like a little mini warrior build.